Welcome everybody once again to Cooking on the Rim. My name is Quish. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Glad to see you today. Zax, True Cicero, NC Silicon Soul, and UNC Samurai. All friends. How are you doing today? So last week, if I remember correctly, hey, what's up, Castus? Last week, if I remember correctly, apparently I've messed around with the mods since then. Let's do a quick reload while we think about what we did. Last week we lost an integral member of our society. I believe this UNC Samurai. And that's kind of put us in a tough spot. I'm going to see where we're at, whether or not it's worth abandoning Colony and starting over. I mean, nothing bad happened to you, Samurai. You were definitely not eaten by a grizzly bear. We did not have a bunch of feral flesh-eating grizzly bears in our colony. All right. Where did we leave off here? Okay. We have these two. These are temporary colonists. Yeah, we have UNC Samurai worker. Apparently we don't have any art on this one. Yeah, I think we're a little low on power. We were in the process of maybe building some more chem fuel generators. Yeah, we ran into a tough spot here because we didn't realize it, but like half the map is actually open and we accidentally dug into it. And there are quite a few murder bears just roaming about. We do have Freddy the rat sleeping outside in the cold instead of in the walls. But so far, I'm not finding much in the way of good reason to the glacial ice. But of course, I haven't found anything cool in them yet. So maybe we'll spend a little bit of time today digging. What if we just did something like this? We do have digs. We got a kid, which is not helping. Let's see, were either of these guys good with plants? Yeah, these two guys were both good with plants. I don't think they're gonna stick with the colony though. And I've let everybody stay inside for some reason. Oh. Of all the things that I wanted you to dig on, that is the last of it. You have a Philly cheesesteak pizza? Unironically, that is my favorite pizza from Domino's. I worked for Domino's for a little while in my life. And during the time period in which I worked there, we got the Philly cheesesteak pizza, and it has been my favorite ever since. Tech print. A jump pack tech print. Holy crud. Local shop? Hey, man. Local pizza is always going to be better than chain pizza for sure. The American cheeseburger abomination. Oh, at Domino's? Oh, yeah, man. I remember when they had that cheeseburger pizza with like pickles and stuff on it. I'll tell you what, there are only a handful of things in this world that truly offend me, and pickles is one of them. Yeah, the sauce was ketchup and mustard. Ew, yeah. I remember that. Why the pickle hate? Honestly, I used to be okay with pickles, and then in my teenage years, I worked at McDonald's. Oh, hey, an eclipse. I worked at McDonald's, and something about fast food pickles kind of like turned my stomach on pickles. I just can't do them. Like, I don't know whose idea it was to start putting pickles on chicken sandwiches, but I don't agree with it. I just don't. Thanks, Night Owl. Yeah, like, I don't know, man. Like, McDonald's in general is just not good food. But, like, pickles, for some reason, like, the smell of them just make me sick. And it's usually okay. Like, I'm usually okay with other things that are pickled. Like, I like olives. I like, you know, pickled onions. I like jalapenos. Something about, like, maybe the sweetness and the brininess, like, I don't know, it gives me the ick. I remember there was a guy talking about olives, Tom. There was a guy that I used to work with who would put like green olives on pizza. Like, he would bring a can, like just like a jar of green olives in, and he would just put them on pizza. And I can't lie, they were good, but like he really liked olives. Let's see. A 76-year-old lore keeper named Fanciful Fanny Rudolph is calling for help. She's hiding from a malfunctioning weather control satellite. She wants to flee and join us here. If she joins you, the weather will be foggy rain for 11 days. All right, what's Fanny about? Her highest skill is intellectual. She's a lore keeper, which means that she's probably not capable of violence or dumb labor or something, but it's basically a free colonist, and we have the food for it, so we'll accept. All right, Fanny, watch out for the giant man-eating bears. Okay, she's actually not terrible. Like, she's not incapable of doing anything. She's a careful shooter, but she has no ranks in shooting. She's pretty, which is unexpected. Good social, good intellectual. Dogs One Up is like our turbo research guy. Let's just make sure that she can get past the man-eating bears before we oh, name and game is disabled. I am the worst streamer. I'm the worst. Name and game unpaused. Durburger, let's see if your name is already on the list. It does not look like your name is on the list. On the list you are. Alright, let's get Fanny past the grizzly bears here. Alright. Fanny is in the colony. Even though Fanny's a pretty funny name. Let's find out who Fanny is actually going to be. Oh, Mercury Alpha X, just in time. Oh, you're already on the list, dude. Don't worry about it. A very sane owl. Welcome to the colony. Send the wheel back to the void. All right, what's she gonna do? She's not a doctor. She's good at childcare. She's a good babysitter. We'll have her warden as well. And she can work on research. Yeah, there we go. We'll have her do a little bit of hauling and cleaning too. All right. Looks like we are missing components. That's 40 pieces of synthread. Bring that in. There are some components in the newly discovered area, if I'm not mistaken. For example, we got that thing. And there's some components over here and that thing. Diggs is on construction. Pansy is on construction. Should be able to take care of that pretty quickly. Very saying now, what kind of gear do you have? You got a parka already. You got a toque. You'll be all right. Stay nice and warm. And I'll tell you what I'll do is let's just cancel all of it for now. While Diggs is working on getting components in. Get our power grid nice and resituated. Oh. Handled. And nobody really forgets. It's just one of those things like I'd love to say that we're like a highly organized team of streamers, but the reality is there's not a whole lot of organization here. We're kind of just winging it as we go. Everybody's having a bad day, though. Why is Sarah having a bad day? Sad youngsters. I mean, I guess I could probably put this kid in a real bed, huh? That might help. Tell you what, let's put a nice bed in the science room for now. Oh, we actually legitimately don't have enough beds right now because of the extra friends. Okay, in that case, change of plans. Build another barracks. Pansy has collapsed due to extreme exhaustion. Sarah, how about you go, oh no, she's fine. She just needed a little bit of a nap inside of an ice cave. Digs. Digging holes. He dug exactly one hole and now he's gonna play some chess. He was already digging stuff. You're gonna come out here and mine once digs? Come on, dude. You might as well haul stuff while you're at it. There you go. Excuse me. And you can't smooth. Oh, you can smooth ice. Weird. Very weird. Yeah, another just grizzly bear attack. You know, just another grizzly bear attack. Yep, just gonna eat Sarah. Just gonna eat her. Sarah's died. It digs a little bit closer here. Diggs, come on, dude. There you go. You hit once. Oh. Okay. Here's where I'm at. I am not finding anything interesting about the ice sheet or this glacier. Like, we're not finding anything in it, and we're having trouble spending time digging. And we lost Samurai. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put Very St. Al back on the list. And I think we're gonna abandon this colony. because I wanna learn more about the Odyssey DLC, and I don't feel like that's really giving me anything good. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put a poll up. And I'll put this up for 5 minutes. Gonna start a poll here. What do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see the grav ship playthrough again? Which, you know, we didn't get very far into it the last couple of times we tried. We could do a volcano playthrough, or I'd also be interested to see what the mushroom forest looks like. So far, nobody wants grav ship. So yeah, well, that's running. I would like to talk about building your own computer, because I haven't done that in a very long time. I talked about it last week. My current computer is showing its age. It is running out of storage space, and I'm at the point where I don't really want to put any more upgrades into it. And so I've been thinking about building a new computer, and I'm kind of like toying with what I want to do next. The first thing I came to the conclusion of is that I did not want to build another ITX computer, because that's currently what my current case is. The idea that if I did another ITX, then I could save my case, I could save a lot of my hardware. I don't have to buy a new case or anything like that. I could just stick with what I've got. In fact, I could probably honestly just stick with the same power supply. But then I had a moment of sheer unadulterated terror last week when I tried to clean out my computer, because there's a lot of dust and stuff in it. It was just kind of overdue for it. And it was an absolute nightmare to do anything with. And so I had to take a bunch of stuff out to get it clean. And when I put it back together, it didn't boot up. So I was like terrified. So I don't want to do another ITX. But the real question then is, do I do AMD processor or Intel processor? I think I know I want to go NVIDIA graphics card, but I'm really like stuck between AMD or Intel for the processor. And I've heard a lot of good arguments for AMD. Yeah, Fredu, originally when I bought this computer, for one, I bought it off of Craigslist, and literally everything except for the case in this computer has been replaced at some point or another. But it was good for me at the time because I was living in a small apartment, and it was kind of nice having the ITX. But man, it is such a pain in the ass to put together. Yeah, Mercury Alpha. A lot of people are saying Intel is kind of on the back end. Here's where I'm stuck with, right? Price wise, Intel and AMD are identical for me because, hey, Iggy the Viking, welcome back for 31 months. So Intel processors are more expensive than AMD equivalents, but motherboards that are compatible with Intel processors are cheaper than AMD motherboards, like pretty mostly across the board. So for the most part, they're the exact same price because you're losing the price on the processor, gaining the price on the motherboard. The upside to Intel for me is I am not building a computer for gaming so much as I'm building it for editing. And Intel processors have a feature that works pretty exclusively with DaVinci Resolve called Quick Sync, which is apparently supposed to make your run times a lot faster if you enable it in DaVinci Resolve. So that's kind of the pro for Intel for me. However, the pro for AMD, Mercury Alpha just mentioned, is that AMD's current generation of processors, the form factor of them is going to probably be available for a lot longer than Intel. Like Intel's current like ultra core processors are like probably like as good as they're gonna get. Like they're not gonna release any new ultra processors or whatever the form factor is. It's a number L something or other. Like they're not gonna be updating those processors and making new ones for the same form factor. So whatever motherboard I buy, the processor that I buy for it, that's probably the only processor that will ever live in it. And AMD has apparently said that they are guaranteed to keep the same motherboard or the same form factor for a while. So I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at between Intel and AMD. Like Intel has a feature that I'm particularly looking for, and AMD feels more future proof. Yeah, Mercury Alpha, and like I say, I think that for the most part, the cost on the two is exactly the same, because the motherboards are a little bit more expensive for AMD, but AMD is a little bit cheaper. So I think it's kind of a wash as far as the cost goes. Yeah, Frodo. So that's the quick sync technology, if I'm not mistaken. The integrated GPU from Intel has some sort of like I don't know, the architecture of it is like supposed to be really good for media crafting. So like you can enable accelerated hardware on DaVinci Resolve and point it directly at the processor, and it's supposed to give you like a boost in your like scrub speed. So like when you're scrolling through a video to try to do edits, it moves smoother. It increases your like render times and stuff like that. So I've heard that it's better, but actually I've also heard some people say that it's bullshit. So that's the joy of technology, I guess. So yeah, I'm toying between the two. I'm kind of leaning towards AMD at this point, just because I feel like if AMD does push for an update at some point, this way I won't have to replace my motherboard. But as far as the graphics card, if I could get a 4080 Ti, I would, or a 4070 Ti, I would. But they're not selling them; they're not making them anymore. I think that I'm gonna go with a 5070 Ti. I found one from MSI that seems pretty reasonable in price. That's got the 16 gigs of virtual memory. And the virtual memory is one of the most important factors for video editing, as far as I know. So that's probably the graphics card I'm going to go with. And since I'm going with an MSI graphics card, I'll probably go with an MSI motherboard so it all looks the same, because I'm that kind of nerd. And I've had good experiences with MSI. I've got an MSI motherboard right now in my current computer. And I likes it. I likes MSI. Looks cool. Looks like an edgy gamer computer. Anyway, we have gotten to the point where the poll has finished, and I think Mushroom Kingdom was selected. So let's go ahead and start a new colony. We want to look at get the 7900 XTX with 24 gigabytes of VRAM. That's an AMD card. I think that was on my list. I think that was on my list, but it was a little higher price than what I was looking for. I'll check it again though. Actually, I'll check it right now because this is this is the subject that I've decided to talk about. What's that? 7900 TX. Yeah, that's going for about 900, maybe a little bit more. AS Rock is looks like the cheapest one there. Asus has them for like $1,500. Fucking Asus. Yeah, I don't know. That might be more than I can handle right now. Mushroom Kingdoms, we can have more than 2 plumbers. That's right. That's right. Okay. Do we do Crash Landed or, and hear me out, we do Goblins? I think the Goblins would probably enjoy a good Mushroom Forest, right? Yeah, let's do a little Goblin playthrough in the Mushroom Forest. Gerblins. AMD 395 Max PC. Okay. Okay. So you can assign RAM as VRAM. That's interesting. Man, look at the desert on this planet. Look at the desert on this planet. Let's see, that's lava field. Scarlands. Apparently I can't search for that. Okay, cool. Glow Forest, that's what it's called. Can't search for that either. Doesn't look like you can really do Glow Forest. I guess I got okay. There's some with hills. See what else we got on this map here. Got one with a toxic lake. Sounds pretty bad. The Scarlands and the Glow Forest are very similar looking on the map. Glow Forest with another toxic lake. And another toxic lake. People just leaving their shit in the forest, huh? Black Newt Fungal Forest. All right. Well, it looks like the best selection was somewhat over here. There was like a patch with some small hills. Small hills and a river. That could be interesting. Oh, here we go. Now we got some hills. There's a cobra habitat. Oh no. It could be snake farmers. Okay, this is where I was looking at. Limestone and granite could be all right. Sounds good. PC part picker. I usually use Newegg, but I usually cross-reference on PC part picker. It was sad to find out that Tiger Directed closed out finally. Going AMD, AMD. Yeah, that's actually a little cheaper, Iggy, than what I found it on. Newegg. But we are gonna have an ideology. Goblinism. We are supremacists. We like the darkness. Like to tunnel. All right. All right, let's see if we can find some decent goblins here. This guy is good at construction, good at fighting, good with animals and crafting. Not a bad choice. Positronicron. Took me a second. Yeah, Positronicon. I got it right. Built your system in 2016 and you can't really upgrade the CPU. Yeah, that's kind of the situation I'm in. Definitely the situation that I'm in. Iggy has redeemed naming games. Let's go ahead and get you on the list. Iggy the Viking on the list. All right, let's get back to what we're doing here. Oh, Samurai has redeemed naming game. I'm gonna make a running list so I can add you guys all at once. Loken Andrade. Loken Andrade. Okay. All right. So we got Big, who is good with construction. Rubber, who is okay with animals, but just good at fighting. Otherwise, the skills aren't too bad. We have a Hearth Tender. Good with cooking, medicine, social, intellectual. That's a pretty solid colonist. I like them. Got a Muffalo Shaman. This person is good with plants. We need somebody to do plants. We have a Cave Child. We don't really have a good miner. This one's okay at mining. We don't need 2 Hearth Tenders. Let's see if we can find somebody who's just good at mining. That's really the only skill that I'm missing right now. There we go. Undergrounder, Iron-Willed, Quick Sleeper, good at shooting, helps with construction, good at mining. Yeah, that gives us a good spread of skills. Like our Muffalo Shaman, or sorry, our Hearth Tender here with the intellectual is probably going to be doing our research to start with, but it's going to take them a long time to get good at it. But they don't really have any negative traits. They just have Undergrounder, which is going to be helpful. We got some more people jumping in. Titanicus Urbanicus. Fredu, of course. Yeah, I've heard that every AMD motherboard this point you want to update the BIOS first thing. All right. I think these are going to be our 5 colonists. You hunger for the mushrooms? You're running a 1070. Yeah, I'm on a 1080. And I paid way too much money for that 1080 when I bought it. But I bought it during a time period where if I didn't upgrade my graphics card, I was not going to get to play video games. And the freaking cryptocurrency assholes were wrecking everybody's graphics card costs. So if I'm not mistaken, these maps do not have geothermal vents. Oh, they do. Okay. I take that back. We have 4 such steam geysers. One right there. Okay. We also have some smunk. Don't think we can do anything with those. We have a lot of fertile soil. So maybe we'll build like right up here. Maybe use some of these rocks as defense. All right, let's do a quick save. And let's start bringing up the list of names here. All right, I have UNC Samurai, back from the dead. Loken O'Drade, Titanicus Urbanicus, and Fredu. Wait, Fredu, you're already on the list, aren't you? Yeah, you're already on the list. You're already on the list. You're good. You got into the last colony because a rat had joined, and rather than eating the rat, I decided to name it after you. All right, James Big Duh. Let's find out who they're going to be. This is our construction specialist. Oh no! Oh no! Welcome to the colony, Durburger. All right. Nelly, who is going to be doing our cooking and also a lot of our inside stuff. Little Willie, this is a goblin colony. I feel like we're doomed anyway. 7 blue 7 into the colony. 7 blue 7. Mox. You know, a good friend of mine, actually, that was his nickname, or at least his online user handle for a long time, was Mox. Named after, of course, the Magic the Gathering card. Let's find out who you're going to be. Font Boy. And this guy. Ooh, Fredo just edging it out past Zax. Fredo just edging you out. And last one here. Van Falkenstein. Welcome back. And do we have any aminals? Where are we at? Down here. Oh yeah, we got a couple of wargs. Go ahead and name the wargs. Sarah then. And the other one, whose name is Capone. That's a badass name. Night Owl. Night Owl, the goodest of doggos. All right. One of the fun things about the Goblin colonies is that we go through a lot of names. All right, so let's do another quick save. We need to do a schedule. And let's make everyone's apparel policies. All right. Now we do have some ruins here that we could start in. So I think that that's what we'll do. We'll put a couple of animal sleeping spots in here too. Flame. There we go. And we have to forbid all items. And we'll put a stockpile zone in here. Allow all. And we'll get after it. Go. Let's go ahead and put a campfire in here. And we'll put a butcher spot down at the bottom. Bring my favorite free trash. All right, and then let's go ahead and start growing some mushrooms. I do wish I could get, and by wish, I mean I haven't checked in a while, the grow zone tool to work. For some reason it has been broken for a long time. Like I say that, but I've also not checked it in a very long time. Okay, we're gonna grow Nutrifungus. And we need to work out work orders. So firefight, patient, primary doctor, and some secondary doctors, tertiary doctor. I don't know. Durburger will throw some mud on it. Hall Plus. There we go. Get after it. Sorry, it took me a second to catch up on chat there. I was doing a lot of pointing and clicking. So the Lowe's Home Depot conversation is one that I have an opinion on, and I am a Lowe's stan because I worked at Lowe's for a little while. I worked for about 2 summers in the garden center, and then as a cashier. And the big difference between Lowe's and Home Depot from an employee standpoint, Lowe's pays better, but believe it or not, Home Depot has better benefits. Like, you can actually get health benefits. Now, this was over a decade ago. Everything could be completely different by now, but it has colored my opinion permanently because I'm a simple creature who can't change his mind. So it has kind of put me like in the mindset of Home Depot takes care of its employees better, but Lowe's is better if you're like a mercenary and you just want to get paid. They don't. That's true. They don't install appliances. I know this because I've been forced to install my own appliances for the past year, and that's not something that I'm used to doing. You know, Silicon Soul, that's interesting because I have a pretty significant experience with the contractor side of Lowe's. Because I hung out with a lot of the guys that worked in contractor sales at Lowe's, and they do maybe it's a local situation, like just locally where we're at, they did a lot more work. You refuse to shop at Home Depot because of what they do with their profits. That's a good reason to save your money. You know, voting with your dollars and whatnot. If you don't like what a company does, don't buy from them. You know, Samurai, I actually installed a gas stove in my house this year, and I had never done that before, and I managed to not blow myself up. It was pretty awesome. But it's actually not as hard as you would think. It's not as hard as you would think. It's there's just some basic safety that you got to follow, but yeah, there's no reason not to hire a professional if you can. Yeah, I didn't want to like turn my house into a live action Goblin playthrough of Rimworld. Yeah, you know, it's okay. That's neat. Let's go ahead and chop some trees. Wow, there's way fewer mushrooms to chop than I thought there would be. Yeah, a lot of these mushrooms you just don't get anything from, huh? Chocobo, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, but there are definitely other ways to make sure that you don't have a gas leak in your house. There are other ways. All right. Have some random fish. We have a Masterwork auto pistol. Where the fuck did that come from? Whose fucking monkey is this? Do we have a monkey? We also randomly have a monkey. All right. Somebody gets to be the monkey. It's Durburger's monkey. Oh, Chocobo! You opened your mouth and you almost became a monkey. Castus. Welcome to being a monkey. Why the fuck are people running away? What's so scary? Is it the rats? Is it the bullfrogs? Oh man, this is, oh yes. Yes. When our goblins start getting stingy, we can start feeding them mushrooms that will make. Hell yeah. We got some silver, steel. Did we not start with steel? That's what I was getting ready to look up. There's plenty of steel on the map. We just didn't start with any, which is fine. So we got some right here. Take one of these tables, reinstall it here. Put a couple of stools in here. Got a random Colossus toad. We got a set of bill, butcher creature, forever. Of course, we don't mind eating people. Meat's meat. Social fight started. Okay, somebody come save on Falkenstein. We have a visitor. A bully. A magpie Catros. Alright. Who is Social again? 7 Blue 7 and Font Boy. Well, Font Boy, you're currently doing medicine. We are running out of food quickly. Buy all of your pemmican. Buy your herbal medicine. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, unfortunately we started with wargs, and wargs have a tendency to eat you out of house and home if you don't give them food on their own. Also, I should equip people with weapons, huh? Burger likes melee. Go ahead and give you an Iqua. 7 Blue 7. Who's our best shooter? Shooter McGavin. Oh, man. Oh, we got two guys with 14s. Fredo. Get the auto pistol. Von Falkenstein. You can have the short bow. Be the club. There we go. Welcome in, Drills. They left us a gift. It's a short bow. Nice. We ended up with a lot of wood suddenly. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a little bit of a defensive thing. Oh, you can't. Oh, you can't build on mud. Can't build on mud, huh? Okay, well, let's cancel that. Can you build a bridge? Let's see if you can build a bridge and then build a wall over the bridge. Oh no. A cobra is hunting us for food. Castus! Castus, fight the snake! Are you guys running? Just a danger noodle. Shoot it. Something, let's see what happened to you. Oh, your right shoulder got bitten off. Jeez. Also, you're hallucinating. Okay, now can we build a wall there? We can. Nice. Okay. Yeah, Fredo, they added a new research for heavy walls. Yeah, heavy bridges. It's a new one. Heavy bridges, so you can build heavy colonies or heavy walls and shit. Apparently there is a mod out there that lets you do it on lava, so you can build lava colonies, which is pretty kick-ass. Have a mad peacock. Handled. Oh, you haven't got the DLC yet? Odyssey is a really good DLC. I recommend it. Trying to do the end game of Anomaly. Yeah, I've not beaten Anomaly. That's a tough one. Anomaly. Nah, Anomaly is Call of Cthulhu as a video game. Like it's intentional. Like you're not intended to win. Not intended to win at all. Why is everybody so mad? Why is everybody so mad? I got a solution. I do kind of want to do an Anomaly grab ship run. So I can power my spaceship with Untold Horrors. Drug policies. We're gonna create a new drug policy called When You Mad. Silo cap. Recreation. On a schedule. Frequency. Only if mood is below... we'll say 40%. And then... When You Mad. I guess that's true. They can't really get out if you put them on a fucking asteroid, huh? That would be kind of cool. Do like an asteroid base with anomalies. The problem is that you can't really get anomalies in space. So like you gotta go down onto the to the planet to collect monsters. Oh, looks like we're gonna be here for a while. Well, we are. Mind goblins. We need to come up with a name. 7Blue7 thinks that we should come up with a name. 7Blue7, what do you think that we should name the colony? I don't know if they're actually watching. Shroomtown. We're gonna call it Durburgers Magic Carpet Ride. Freddy, you could. Man, Event Horizon was the most 40K movie I've ever seen. Like, you can't tell me that they weren't just straight up going through the fucking warp. Let's put a Stonecutter's table. Like, here-ish. And a zone. Like, here-ish. Of chunks. Let's put a door over here. Nice. Got a little wall outside the base. On Falkenstein, or are you just hallucinating? Purdue, why are you unarmed? What happened? What happened to the gun? Purdue, what did you do with the gun? Left it on the kitchen table. All right, so now that we're pretty well established, let's go ahead and put a simple research bench in. What kind of terrain are we looking at here? Marshy soil. Make like a fun little research room over here. It's lunch gun. All right. Research project. Step 1, we need furniture so we can have beds. And the cancer gang have arrived. Looks like this time they're made out of pork. This guy would be an okay colonist, but he also looks delicious. So I got bad news for him. Oh, you know what? Let's start teaching our animals tricks, huh? Wait, guys are starving? Are we already at the point of starvation? Oh no. Bonk. All right, who's our butcher? 7 Blue 7. Here we go. Got some meat. And this is probably another day away, maybe 2. So we should probably do some hunting, huh? What's out here? Colossus toads, capybaras, peacocks, iguanas. We're not messing with the cassowaries. I've made that mistake. Colossus toads are probably full of meat. Secretes an unpleasant slime. Hey, Freddy, you want to go shooting frogs? Good job. It was a free rat. I love a free rat. It was a free fox. Get that too. There we go. Some meat. I think this is going to be the secret to keeping my goblins from constantly freaking the fuck out. Man, another free rat. Must have tangled with this cobra. There's also mushrooms that make chem fuel. Pretty sweet. Well, this stuff lasts for like 30 days too. Oh man, this is the reason to do the mushroom playthrough now. Free drugs. It's the Rimworld song again? Hell yeah. 2-in-1 stream. Alright, who's bored? Burger, are you bored? Man, Castus, you were just attracted to, or attractive to cobras. All right, thanks guys, appreciate it. We're gonna steal a couple of these sarcophaguses. You know, no reason. Not gonna expect to need them or anything. Mega Vole. Hey, Fredo. You kill this Mega Vole. Nope. Finish off, please. That's what I was looking to do. Wonder what these taste like. Fredo has suffered a total mental breakdown and entered a catatonic state. She will recover in several days. This happened due to ingesting silo caps. Oh yeah. That's pretty metal. Doing mushrooms until you can't move. I've been there. All right, looks like another day on the Nutrifungus. Can harvest some of it now. Font Boy has suffered a total mental breakdown due to ingesting mushrooms. Okay. And let's do little trap hallway. We are out of wood again. Burger, if you're upset, I forgot, guys. I forgot a very important thing. Yeah, we'll just put the I did also forget the horseshoes pen, but more importantly, I also forgot to give my goblins a place to take a shit. Fortunately, my goblins who are unconscious aren't the construction goblins. However, they are my plants gathering goblins, apparently. Yep, they are. That's what they are. Gonna have to do some more hunting. wonder what happens if I shoot this mushroom full of gasoline. What happened? Oh, sir then. Just decided to go get his own meal. So, just to let you know, getting pretty close to the end of the stream today. But coming up next after today's stream, we have Pandora Pirate Radio, as always. Stick around for them. All right, Fredu. Also has a bad back. Got the scoliosis. Yeah, sir then just fucked with a cassowary and bit its fucking head off. That's what happened. All right, that's complex furniture. Next step is electricity or clothing. Complex clothing, yeah. Again, we have a cobra hunting Cassis for food. And Cassis has died. All right, well, we are going to eat both of these. That will unfortunately create some sadness. All right, is anybody else capable of plants? Derburger, you have been upgraded to gardener. All right, is there a terrain affordance toggle? The heat overlay. Yeah. So this is an area that's going to require bridges to work. And bridges have to be made of wood. But I like the idea of building some stuff over bridges. So we'll think on that. We do need to build. We need like a bunker or two. Yeah, moisture pump is going to take things like electricity that we don't currently have. All right, everybody is awake again. Hell yeah. We're melee guy, right? Yeah, get the club. There we go. Now we're back to work. Now we're back to work. Nobody's starving to death. Not on my watch. And everybody's in a bad mood. That's cool. Okay. What is sleeping sickness? All right. And 7 Blue 7 is our best doctor. Okay. Why do these mushrooms look like they have boogers? Booger mushrooms. mushrooms we got now? Like 2,000 mushrooms? Hell yeah. Break up? You know you guys are dating. I'm sorry, guys. All right. Create a bill. Cook simple meals. Do until you have, we'll say 30. We'll get Font Boy working on that, cooking up some mushroom meals. Raid. Shit, there's 2 of them. Apparently some stuff got set on fire. Alright, they're beginning their assault. We are also beginning our assault. Where are you going? Get him, guys. You know. Job's done. Job is done. All right, where are the trees that you can actually cut down? Wood. Timber shrooms. That's the ones. And we are like all sorts of out of space. Where is your human leather couch? It is on the way, Gordon. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Yeah, combat supplier. Okay. They got funny blue hats. I forgot about the sleeping sickness. Guess they're staying ahead of it. Yeah, staying ahead of it. Why is he going all over creation? All right, let's do this. 7 blue 7. You are off of Hall Plus. There you go. Now you can just make meals there. Perfect. Font Boy, how about you go talk to these guys? See what they have to say. They got some medicine. You should probably buy that. More money than we have, though. Sell them these crappy clubs we don't need. Some of these short bows and a Pila. Yep, we don't have much of anything else. So, yeah. We will buy 5 medicines. 3 desperate refugees. 3 desperate meals, huh? Hey, Fredo. I have been stuck on making new videos because I don't have the ability to edit at the moment because I'm out of storage space on all of my hard drives. I am in the process of getting a temporary fix that does not involve building a new computer. But it'll probably be about a week before that comes in the mail. So hopefully next week we'll be back to putting new videos up. But it is fun. I enjoy the process. Okay, why are we stuck? Why is nobody working on things? We're out of storage space. Yeah, no problem. I appreciate it, Fredo. I have a 10 terabyte extra external hard drive that has not been in use for a while because I lost the AC adapter to it when I moved. But what I can do is I can store files that I'm not using on the external, and that'll free up space to do editing again. Yeah, we are like completely out of space here now, aren't we? Need to start building shelves or something. It is taking us so long to build a wooden platform. It really is. It really is a space hog. Just like the band Space Hog. I am currently using every single one of my SATA ports for hard drives. I do have an M2 port on the underside of my motherboard that I've never used. But I was at the point, like, do I buy more hard drive space for the computer I'm currently running, or do I get a computer with more capacity? Okay, I guess we can't have the rotten corpses. They're not as bad as they used to be, Fredo. All of the motherboards that I've been looking at usually have at least one Gen 5 port, which is where I'm going to put my primary hard drive, and then at least 3 other like 4th gen ports for regular SATA drives, and then an additional like 4 actual SATA cables. So like upwards of 7 hard drives that you can put on a standard motherboard these days, which is mind-blowing to me. Absolutely mind-blowing. Like, there's so much wood out here. What are my goblins doing? The MSI Godly 15 M2 slots. I mean, if you're building a server, yeah, I think I'm only going to have 4 terabytes as my primary hard drive. And then if I fill the other M2 slots, it'll probably be with 2 terabyte sticks. Because I want to be able to put games and shit on my primary hard drive. I don't want to have like just an extra hard drive somewhere for games. I like being able to keep it all on the C drive. But that being said, if I fill up that 4 terabyte drive, then do I have games on one drive and games on another? I don't know. Don't know. All right, so I have to do light walls here. Actually, let's cancel that. You know what? What am I doing? Let's cancel all this and build the walls first.
Nice.
Ether, what's up, man? Oh man, I am like all the way to freaking time, aren't I? I am so sorry, guys. I got in the zone. So yeah, we'll go ahead and close it up there. This has been Cooking on the Rim. My name is Quish. I stream Rimworld every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll be back next Monday with some more Rimworld. Coming up next is Pandora Pirate Radio, including Ether the Booze Wizard. So stick around for them. I'm going to leave you with a word from our sponsor, and we'll see you next time.
Today's Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is a tactical fantasy RPG action strategy game with over 7 billion downloads worldwide. In Raid Shadow Legends, you have access to over millions of fun and unique characters such as Orc, Bugbear, Gun, or Elf. She's very pretty, look how pretty she is. If you like now, you can download our WBPL 76 exclusive character, the Skeleton King. He break your hands. You can use special promo code LIGMA to receive 42,069 rupees. You can spend them on cool cosmetic items such as skins. Like the kind that your characters wear and make different outfits, not like a big pile of skin, that would be gross. And also, flaming swords. It's on fire. Find out what over 7 billion totally real people who have downloaded this game are talking about and download the app today. Now back to the stream.